friends, I am Manoj and in this session we are going to discuss about the macro management of the topic, and that is for the preliminary examination. Because preliminary examination is you can say a very vast in terms of the knowledge, information, etc. You have to acquire, you have to process, you have to remember, you have to practice. But there is certainly a, you can say a process based approach that can help you to ensure a better outcome. So what it is, this micromanagement of the topic for the preliminary examination, that we will learn. But before that, if you look at the entire preparation for PT, mains, current affairs, interview, whatever it is, if you look at the way aspirants used to do their entire efforts, it's generally in and around the content procurement, in and out, and then the practice. But I say, always I say, that you will have to understand that every part of the examination required some or other very specific approach, a specific approach. For example, look at main examination. Main examination is primarily about two things, and that is, number one is your you can say the knowledge, and more important your perspective, and second is expression. So why I am saying all these things? Because if you are not able to understand this very specifically, you will end up by simply content procurement, lot of books, lot of coaching, etc. Similarly, if you look at current affairs, now day in, day out, you people used to struggle for current affairs. Try to understand, my dear friends, if you look at last 3 to 4 year current, you can say the contemporary issues, it is coming around 600 to 700 contemporary issues, and the core and the fundamental issues are not changed rapidly. For example, we be it entity defection or e-speaker or governor, or you can say Indo-Pacific Ocean, etc. Core issue is there, core issue is there, but some or other events you can say bring it to the surface. So the point is, again I am saying you, in terms of the current affairs, if you look at the way you should prepare, the first thing first, once your static part is done beautifully, then you should go and list out these 600, 700 topics. Otherwise, it's also there on the GSS course website file. And then on the day-to-day basis, you have to simply update yourself, So daily is basically a very simple updation, not you can say all the time you are rushing for the Hindu or Express or XYZ coaching material or download or daily current affairs, weekly current, doesn't matter at all, because it's your study that will ensure that the core issue is done in one go itself. एक बहुत बड़ा चंक तो आप बिल्कुल सीधे जिस तरह से स्टैटिक पार्ट करते हो, उसी तरह से डायनेमिक पार्ट का भी एक हिसाब कर सकते हो. रेड सी के इश्यूज डेली चेंज नहीं होते हैं, इंडो चाइना के इश्यूज डेली चेंज नहीं होते, कोर इश्यूज आर कोर इश्यूज. So as I said, that you will have to understand what is the demand of the very specific demand of the main examination. Similarly, I am talking about the current affairs. Similarly, I am going to talk in detail about the preliminary examination. In preliminary examination, information and the range of information is very high, very high. But the issue is how to arrange it and link it to the practice, so that you get some confidence. Yes, some part is done, where you are moving, how to fill the gap, how to arrange all the information. What is this core and periphery model through which you can do everything that I am going to discuss today, so that you can arrange everything, and that we will discuss in the last. There is the entire core periphery model where you can arrange the topic and the subtopic, examples, keyword, recent developments, etc. Fine. So this is what is the you can say the session is all about. Let's discuss about the micromanagement of the topic, and to do it micromanagement of the topic, I will have to take one topic. I will take one topic from the geography itself, and that is underground water. Fine. So to understand it, let's take one question from the previous question paper itself. Fine. One question from the previous question paper itself, and this is how it will help you to understand one thing, that how you should manage or how you should design your micromanagement of the topic. So the question is very simple. It says, which of the following statement is correct regarding the groundwater in India? Fine. So it says groundwater is replaceable only by the rainfall Central government is solely responsible for groundwater regulation. Groundwater account for more than 60% of the India's total irrigation. The level of groundwater is higher in peninsular India than the Indo-Gangetic Plain. Now, interestingly, if you look at this question, In this question, you will you can say find that here you will find geography is there, fine. Here it's legal in the sense that it talks about the regulation and all. Third is you can say the environmental aspect, fine, and then also about the current relevance, development, etc. So given this question, one question I'm saying that see all the four statements which here it is given touches such a wide spectrum, that it's not simply about the core concept of the underground water. So when you read, you will have to understand how to go in the micro detailing of the you can say the subtopic, how to break it so that the every information is very well arranged. Let's understand and derive everything from this question itself. So in this question you will find that it touches legal aspect, fine, geography also touches the other aspects also. So if you go by the underground waters and how to create micromanagement of the topic or micro listing of the topic, you will have to go like this, fine. The first you will have to understand the basic concepts, and when you go for the basic concepts, you will have to start with the definition and then the keywords like aquifer, confined aquifer, water table, recharge, etc. So the basic is here about the core concepts, number one. Number two, then you will have to link it to the climate, and so the moment you go for the climate and all, you have to think of the hydrological cycle. So you enter into the climate part of it, and climate, and as well as you can say some of the geography also you can include here, but that we will do later, fine. So infiltration, evaporation, rainfall, groundwater recharge, discharge, etc. That comes to the power. Then the third aspect related to this, how you do micro detailing, is groundwater pollution. And from the groundwater pollution, fine, there is a lot of things that you can talk about. Let me come to again to that slide just a moment. So this groundwater pollution. So in groundwater pollution, contaminates, non-point source, remediation, etc. That can be discussed. Then the case study can be discussed in and around the groundwater depletion, fine. And the case study of a particular industrial region, any geographical region, for example, Chota Nagpur, Deccan Plateau, etc. Fine. Then the question can be framed typically on an area like the groundwater uses in India. So the plain fact-based question can be asked related to you can say for the use for the household, irrigation, industrial uses. So whenever you go for any data, fact, figure, etc., always do remember that these fact, figures, data, etc. are very difficult to remember. So always you have to read these kind of things in the context. Always do remember, facts always find its place within concept. I repeat my sentence, facts always find its place within concept. So what I'm trying to do here is, if you can say, similarly you can go for this geological factor affecting groundwater, and I will create questions also here to understand it more. What is micromanagement of the topic? What is micro detailing of the topic? How to manage it? Fine. And then how to link it to your practices. Because initially you should go for the practice only on the basis of the topic. You should not go for any random test series. Not at all. You arrange your tests and practices in such a way that every subtopic is touched, covered, etc. So when you do your polity, fine. If you done with your fundamental right, go for 200-300 questions on the fundamental right itself. That's it, nothing else. When you do your climatology, go for 200 questions on climatology MCQs. That's it, nothing else. Don't talk, don't think anything. Micro management of the topic. So when I say micro management of the topic, it simply means you will have to understand what is at the core and then what is at the periphery, and then how you link each and everything so that your notes aren't. You are able to remember everything, and that I will talk later. Just wait for a moment. So if you look at, I will create question. So on basis of the geological factor, a lot of questions can be framed, a lot of questions can be discussed in and around the permeability, possibility, aquifer types, then rocks types, a specific reason I said now only, Chota Nagpur, Deccan, alluvial plain, mountainous region, etc. And similarly, another aspect related to this is the legal and the policy framework. So water policy, sustainable management, any particular schemes, etc. that can be discussed. And similarly, you can say, interestingly, if you have to go for this topic, you will have to understand one thing, that technology used to play a very, very important role. So groundwater mapping and technology becomes very, very crucial. And so the moment you go for this, you will have to make a list like this: groundwater mapping and technology, remote sensing, quality monitoring, etc. Now, the point which I am trying to say here is very simple, very simple. Whenever you read, you can say any topic, you have to go for micro detailing, and once you go for micro detailing, then accordingly you will have to squeeze something out of it, because the range of the information is very high. So how do you squeeze? For example, you look at whatever we have discussed now, in and around, you can say the 10 or 12 key areas related to the groundwater, which you can consider as the key concepts or the key areas what you should know. And I have taken mostly from the NCERT and the recent development. Both, combining both. So if you look at all the discussions that I have done now, you will easily find these are almost, you can say, the 20 keywords that helps you to summarize each and everything. Fine. It helps you to develop the core concept in and around this. In and around only you have to figure out the examples, etc. Fine. Interestingly, now, if you go to the next level of your preparation, then you will find I have figured out these were the 10 keywords which were in the news. So when you go for the news, also you will have to link to the core topic, and easily you can figure out these are some of the keywords which is you can say in the last 7 or 8 months were in the news. Be it the aquifer, water table, groundwater contamination, etc. Land subsidization due to groundwater depletion. Interestingly, this was government schemes, etc. So these are the 10 things that I have squeezed from or taken from the last 6-7 months current affairs, that will help you to supplement, update, improve the core area. So my point number one, what I am trying to say is, whenever you go for any topic, you will have to understand that the first thing first, you should know how to break the topic into the subcomponents or the subtopic, right? That you do in the polity also, that you do in geography also, that you do in the history also, etc. Number two, you will have to figure out the keywords, all the keywords very carefully, because these keywords are the core concepts around which the big picture are, or the entire chapter is written. So this is how I have done it. And then comes the question. As I said, I can create a question also on the geological aspect related to the groundwater. Let's look at this question, this question. Fine. So this question goes like this. There are 4 statements. Fine. So what I did, I have taken this question from NCERT, from the, you can say, the physical geography. In the physical geography, I have taken the rocks types, and then I have linked it to the groundwater. That's it, nothing else. I have not done anything else. anything else. So if you understand anything with the logic, then from the physical geography's rock chapter, you can solve this question. From that chapter you can solve. You don't have to go for the underground water chapter to solve. There you cannot solve it. You can solve it only through if your conceptual clarity is very high and the micro detailing is done in the physical geography, and that too in the rocks chapter. In the rock chapter. So read this. Groundwater in granite primarily move through the fracture as granite is impermeable in solid form. Second question, shale is highly permeable and is often associated with the high groundwater flow. Third statement, limestone in karst region can store large amount of groundwater in its you can say dissolved cavities. Sandstone generally has the lower permeability than clay due to compact structure. None of the statement is directly given anywhere. You will not find. But these keywords are very much there in the NCERT itself. In the NCERT itself. Now, how to do it? What to do it? So let's understand the solution, and then we will talk about the core periphery model, then how to approach everything to hold a command over the micromanagement of the topic. So as far as this question is concerned, it's not a very difficult question. Fine. You can say the true answer is A, as 1 in 3 statement is correct. I have given this you can say solution here, but I don't want to discuss all these things here. The purpose is basically to help you to understand how the micromanagement of the things are done, and I will create PDF you can say, and you can download from the site itself. आप वेबसाइट से डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं इसको, डोंट वरी फॉर दैट. My whole idea is basically not to go for the question answer session, rather than to help you to understand that micromanagement of the topic is crucial in the preliminary examination. This is the only way you cover and you link your practice, so that you have a confidence and the chances of negative marking is less. Giving lecture on negative marking and how to negative marking handle, etc., that's good, that's okay, fine, let it be. But the issue is basically what to do now, how to practice, how to manage your self-study, how to manage your information. So this was the one thing that I wanted to discuss with you, and then let's understand what is mean by when I say core periphery model, and how it helps you to organize your informations, core and periphery, कि ये पूरी की पूरी इंफॉर्मेशन को ऑर्गेनाइज करने में कैसे हेल्प करती है आपको, और हम कैसे ऑर्गेनाइज कर सकते हैं इंफॉर्मेशन को. जस्ट लुक एट दिस. फाइन. So obviously what happens, you will have to understand in the preliminary examination that how you are going to extract the information, number one. Number two, how you are going to organize those informations and find the logical connections among these informations, categories, etc. And number three, how to you can say link your practice to the way you have done, you have organized all the information or all the chapters that you have done. It cannot be random. तो आपको फर्स्ट लेवल ऑफ प्रिपरेशन में ये चीज़ें ऑर्गेनाइज करनी पड़ेंगी. देन यू गो फॉर फुल टेस्ट और मॉक और एट्सेट्रा. बाय दैट टाइम यू विल बी मोर ऑर्गेनाइज्ड, मोर कॉन्फिडेंट एंड मोर एश्योर्ड कि हाँ ये मेरा पार्ट हो गया है, या एक कॉन्फिडेंस है कि इस तरह के क्वेश्चंस या इस तरह के टॉपिक या सब टॉपिक से मैं हैंडल कर सकता हूँ. फाइन. सो इफ़ यू लुक एट दिस कोर इज़ योर डेफिनेटली यू कैन से द अंडरग्राउंड वाटर, underground water. Now you look at what is the you can say the primary aspects. What are the primary aspects that you should put in the first place, and that is the core concept. So the core concepts related to you can say here is otherwise just a moment, मैं थोड़ा दूसरी तरह से एक बार समझा देता हूँ और फिर हम लोग इस पे आते हैं. जस्ट अ मिनट. सो you can say here it is going to be the primary aspects. Primary aspects. Second ring is basically what you will have to understand is the influencing फैक्टर्स. मैं डिटेल में भी इसको बताता हूँ आपको. इन्फ्लुएंसिंग फैक्टर्स, फॉर एग्जांपल इन्फ्लुएंसिंग फैक्टर्स में क्या, प्राइमरी फैक्टर्स में क्या क्या आएंगे यहाँ प्राइमरी फैक्टर्स में क्वेश्चंस बन सकते हैं एक्यूफर से, वाटर टेबल, रिचार्ज, एक्सट्रैक्शंस एट्सेट्रा. फाइन. इन्फ्लुएंसिंग फैक्टर में आप वो सारे इंफॉर्मेशन अरेंज कर सकते हो जो ग्राउंड वाटर को इन्फ्लुएंस करेगा या प्राइमरी फैक्टर को इन्फ्लुएंस करेगा. फॉर एग्जांपल जियोलॉजी, क्लाइमेट, वाटर क्वालिटी, legal framework, etc. Fine. Third factor, you can say where you can say the human intervention or human you can say anthropogenetic factor becomes very very important. And so third factor will be socio-economic impact. Fine. Anthropogenetic factor becomes very important. So you can link underground water with the agriculture, urbanization, climatic change, livelihood, etc. That you can do. And fourth, you can go for solution. Fine. And to artificial recharge, technology, public awareness, programs, policies, regulation. So these kind of things that you can easily do. Fine. So if you look at here, when you go from core to periphery, you will find that all the information can be arranged in a way that helps you to understand what is the primary aspect to understand. I will do this with the polity also, I will do with the other aspects of the geography also, economy also, etc. It's very much possible to arrange the information. It's very much possible to identify the core concepts. It's very much possible to find a logical correlation among these aspects. And once you do this and practice according to this, the way you have handled the topic, fine. So the first level of practice will help you to consolidate your information. आपको जितने टेस्ट देने हैं, मॉक देना है, वो बाद में, that we will talk later, वो बाद में. सबसे पहले है कि हम इंफॉर्मेशन को कैसे प्रोक्योर करें, कैसे एक्वायर करें, कैसे अरेंज करें, लॉजिकल कोरिलेशन कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करें उसमें, उसके ऊपर हम कैसे प्रैक्टिस करें ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दैट. एंड देन आई कैन गो फॉर फर्दर एनी काइंड ऑफ टेस्ट और whatever it is. So primary aspects, easily you can talk about aquifer, water table, recharge, extraction, etc. इन्फ्लुएंसिंग फैक्टर यू कैन गो फॉर जियोलॉजी, जो क्वेश्चंस हमने रॉक से बनाए. फंड केस स्टडीज़ बन सकते हैं, जैसे मैंने अभी कहा छोटा नागपुर का, धारवाड़ का, अलग अलग रीजन्स का. एंड देन वी कैन लिंक इट टू द ग्राउंड वाटर और द स्टेटस ऑफ द ग्राउंड वाटर. फाइन. सो वी कैन लिंक इट टू द हाइड्रोलॉजिकल साइकिल. इन दिस इन्फ्लुएंसिंग फैक्टर कंप्लीट हाइड्रोलॉजिकल साइकिल से क्वेश्चन बन सकते हैं साहब, और इन्फॉर्मेशन आपको अरेंज करनी चाहिए. देन ओवरऑल द वाटर क्वालिटी, legal framework, these are the influencing factor. Influencing for what? The primary or the core concepts, etc. Third, I said, as you go economic or socio-economic impact, agriculture है, urbanization है, climatic change है, there are so many things that you can talk. And then finally the solution. So whatever you do can be arranged in a way where you will find the logical correlation among all these things. And so when multiple statement based question comes, all the questions will not come from, you can say, here. It may not, but just think of it that the multiple questions always comes from here to here. आप पिछले 10 साल 15 साल के क्वेश्चंस को अगर आप देखना स्टार्ट करो और एनालाइज करो, तो वो एक ही टॉपिक को स्ट्रेच करते हैं उसके स्टेटमेंट. नंबर 1 कि आप फंडामेंटल में ही आपको समझ में आ रहा है या नहीं समझ में आ रहा. फाइन. राइट टू लाइफ में आपको डिग्निटी समझ में आ रही है कि नहीं समझ में आ रही. अर्बनाइजेशन में आपको कोर कॉन्सेप्ट्स समझ में आ रहे हैं कि नहीं समझ में आ रहे हैं. Are you clear with the definition of the town, city, cosmopolitan, necropolis, etc. or not? So the first thing first, and then you go with the further development one by one. And this is how you go for, you can say, the logical elimination. But how you will do the logical elimination? My dear friends, it's very easy. That's why I said, ये बड़ा आसान है logical elimination पे भाषण देना. That I will also do. But the issue is first कि आप information का categorization carefully कर लो, interlinkages develop कर लो उसमें से, और वो micro detailing होगी. Again and again I am saying you. PT is all about micro detailing of the topic. If you are able to do the micromanagement of the topic, and that is what we do in the target PT. Target PT is all about this only. To build the logic around most of the things that you do. So my point is basically what I'm trying to say. आप जो भी करें, टॉपिक को ब्रेक डाउन करना सीखो, नंबर 1. नंबर 2, अरेंज करना सीखो, कैटेगराइजेशन करना सीखो. Fine. I have given one example. I will come with the polity. I will come with the economy. I will come with the environment. जहाँ पे आप कोर फेरी मॉडल के हिसाब से आप बहुत लॉजिकल ऑर्डर में लॉजिकल यू कैन से कोरिलेशन डेवलप कर सकते हो सभी को, एंड इट्स इजी टू ऑर्गेनाइज स्ट्रक्चर, एंड देन you can say understand, you can say the statement with questions or the demand of the statement with questions carefully. There you will find less confusion. Negative marking में गलती कब होती है? जब confusion हो गया तो गलती हो गई साहब, negative marking शुरू हो गई आपकी. जब आप confusion को अपनी पढ़ाई में, self study में, organizing the information, आप उसको eliminate करने रखते हो, तो वही आपके examination hall में उतनी clarity रहती है आपकी. You will get that clarity only. Fine. So this is how you should arrange, or you should do the micromanagement of the topic for the preliminary examination. Fine. I will come up with the series of things in and around the preliminary examination. Fine. And just be in touch. Fine. We'll do a lot of you can say the sessions जो हम लोगों ने already start कर भी दिया है at the center, और जहाँ पे हम लोग continuously अलग-अलग areas को लेके, and we are doing some or other kind of workshops, so that you can understand how to save the time, how to make your efforts more concrete, focused, where the outcome is little bit better and you feel more confident. So this is all about this session. Thank you friends. Thank you.